Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to look at another shocking case centered on a harmful obsession. On May 2, 2009, in Wausau, Wisconsin, USA, a terrible crime took place. An 18-year-old girl named Brianna Marie Schneller was the victim. For this small town, the event was incredibly shocking, especially since the girl's death was caused by actions of imaginable cruelty. However, even more shocking than the crime itself was the motive behind it. Brianna was a lively young woman who loved Mexican cuisine, music, dancing, and roller coasters. She was diligent and performed well academically, excelling as the top student at Everest High School. Her parents, Craig and Lori Schneller, proudly noted that she had a trip planned to Tennessee that summer. She was the only student from Wisconsin to qualify in a prestigious national competition where she was set to present her project. Brianna aspired to pursue higher education in restaurant management and dreamed of starting her own business in the food industry. To gain experience and save money, she worked part-time at the El Mezcal restaurant in Rib Mountain. Friends, colleagues, and even patrons described her as kind and responsive. Just a month away from major life milestones, Brianna was set to graduate and marry her beloved 22-year-old Sebastian Ramirez. Though her parents initially had reservations due to the age difference, they eventually came to trust Sebastian, seeing that he truly loved Brianna and had serious intentions for their future together. The couple moved into an apartment on 12th Avenue in Wausau, along with Sebastian's 19-year-old brother, Hugo. Outwardly, they seemed to live peacefully, with the brothers supporting Brianna in her goals. Both brothers worked at a nearby restaurant, El Tequila Salsa, where Brianna and Sebastian likely met. But the morning of May 2, 2009 started like any other. Sebastian was the first to rise, leaving for work after sharing a few words with Brianna, who stayed behind to rest. Hugo followed a short while later. Brianna spent her morning at home, messaging her mother and carrying on with her daily tasks. Meanwhile, Hugo, struggling with a hangover, decided to swap his lunch break with a colleague and return home for a nap. When Hugo entered the apartment around 1:20 p.m., he found their bedroom in disarray. Brianna lay on the floor, unresponsive and horribly injured. In shock, he ran to a neighbor's apartment for help, and emergency services were called at 1:30 p.m. Upon arrival, police and paramedics found Brianna's body with severe wounds, multiple stab injuries on her chest, neck, and wrists, as well as evidence of blunt force trauma. She had clearly fought back, but her attacker had overpowered her. The crime scene held many clues. A broken iron lay on the floor, appearing to have been used in the assault, along with 2 knives in the bathroom sink, one missing its tip. Bloodied shoe prints marked the carpet, and bills scattered around the apartment suggested the possibility of a staged robbery. Hugo explained that they often left tips from work lying around, confirming that nothing appeared to be missing. As the investigation unfolded, police invited Brianna's fiancé Sebastian and his brother Hugo for questioning. Both men provided credible alibis, corroborated by restaurant staff and surveillance footage, showing they were at work at the time of the crime. With family members ruled out as suspects, investigators considered the possibility of an outsider. Police later found a vital clue. Brianna's cell phone was missing. Using location data, they tracked it to a nearby shopping center where it was discarded in a trash bin along with blood-stained gloves, a pair of women's underwear, and a missing phone. These items provided key evidence and led police to a suspect, Raoul Pont Rochelle, a 24-year-old kitchen manager at the restaurant where Sebastian and Hugo worked. Sebastian and Hugo leaving work around the time of Brianna's death, and he later returned without his hoodie. During questioning, Raul initially claimed he had been out picking up a friend. However, inconsistencies in his story raised suspicion, and he displayed cuts on his hands that he attributed to work injuries. A search of his home uncovered 4 pairs of women's underwear, adult videos, and the missing brown hoodie. Further DNA analysis matched Raul's samples to evidence on the bloody items found at the scene, including a hair from Brianna found on his clothing. With mounting evidence, Raul was charged with first-degree murder. Though he denied his involvement and attempted to shift blame to a former restaurant employee, his story was quickly discredited. Witnesses and DNA evidence presented at the trial left no room for doubt. In 2011, Raul Ponrocha was found guilty of Brianna's murder and sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Following the verdict, Brianna's father expressed deep grief, cherishing memories of his daughter while trying to move forward. This heartbreaking case serves as a reminder of the terrible toll such crimes take on families and communities. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to my channel. Many more shocking stories are coming. The tragic story of Brianna Marie Schneller remains a poignant reminder of the consequences of unchecked obsession and violence. Her life, filled with aspirations and love, was abruptly ended by a person she barely knew, leaving a lasting impact on her family, friends, and community. As the case came to a close, Brianna's family and fiancé were left to cope with the profound loss and the shattered dreams that would never come to fruition. Her father, Craig Schneller, spoke about the pain of losing his daughter and the bittersweet memories he held on to, like the Father's Day card she once gave him. This token of love became a cherished reminder of the bright, kind-hearted young woman she was. Sebastian, Brianna's fiancé, also faced the heartache of an unfulfilled future with the woman he planned to marry. While he has since avoided public attention, it's likely that Brianna's memory remains with him and that he, too, has found ways to carry on. Her brother, Hugo, appeared on a television program some years later, speaking about the shared pain their family endured and the struggle to accept such a senseless act. This case brought widespread sorrow and ultimately a sense of justice to those who knew and loved Brianna. It underscored the importance of community support, the tireless efforts of law enforcement, and the resolve of the legal system to bring perpetrators of such heinous acts to account. For viewers, stories like Brianna's serve as a stark reminder of the vulnerabilities we all share and the importance of safeguarding our loved ones. As the channel continues to share stories from across the world, we hope that these narratives encourage viewers to stay vigilant, foster empathy, and remain engaged in the safety and well-being of their communities. Brianna's story is a painful reminder of how a moment of violence can alter countless lives. For her family, the loss was unimaginable. They described her as not only a bright and ambitious young woman, but also someone who brought joy and kindness to those around her. Her parents, Craig and Lori, expressed how they felt as though a piece of their hearts was lost forever, and they would never fully recover from her absence. Friends and family held vigils and tributes in her memory, honoring her love for life and the dreams she had yet to fulfill. The wider community, shocked by the cruelty of the crime, rallied around Brianna's family. Many contributed to memorials and scholarships in her name, aiming to keep her legacy alive by supporting young people who shared her passions for academics and the culinary arts. The scholarships became a way for others to continue her dream and perhaps achieve the goals she never had the chance to realize. In the courtroom, the details of the case revealed the disturbing nature of the crime and the troubled mind of the perpetrator. Raul Ponrocha's denial and attempts to deflect guilt demonstrated the lengths to which some individuals will go to avoid accountability. Witnesses, detectives, and forensic experts worked tirelessly to ensure the truth was revealed, and their dedication ultimately brought closure to Brianna's loved ones. The courtroom, often filled with her family and friends, became a space where they could confront their pain and seek justice, knowing that their voices and her story were being heard. For Brianna's fiancé, Sebastian, the aftermath was especially heartbreaking. He had envisioned a future with Brianna, filled with shared dreams and ambitions. The violent loss of his partner left an indelible mark on him, a tragic chapter that few could fully understand. Hugo, Sebastian's brother, who discovered Brianna's body, also carried a heavy burden, haunted by the memory of that day. The brothers, bound by shared trauma, became a source of strength for each other as they tried to move forward. The crime not only affected the Schneller family, but also raised awareness about community safety and vigilance. People in Wausau and beyond became more conscious of their surroundings, with a renewed commitment to ensuring the security of their families and neighborhoods. In Brianna's memory, her community united, organizing events and initiatives focused on building safer environments and supporting youth programs that promoted positive aspirations, just as Brianna had embodied. This case remains a powerful example of how families and communities come together in the face of loss, seeking healing, justice, and hope. While Brianna's story concluded in tragedy, her memory lives on as a source of inspiration and a reminder of the importance of love, resilience, and justice. As time has passed, Brianna's story has become more than a tragic crime. It has turned into a legacy of resilience and remembrance. Her family and friends have channeled their grief into purposeful actions, creating scholarships in her name that empower other young people to pursue their dreams. Her story, though heartbreaking, serves as a message to live with intention, kindness, and ambition, just as she did. For those who knew her, Brianna's memory remains alive in the smallest of details, the way she lit up a room, her love for Mexican food, and her infectious passion for learning. Her parents, Craig and Lori, have shared these memories openly, hoping that others can feel a small part of the joy she brought to their lives. They continue to honor her in quiet ways, finding solace in the memories of family gatherings and celebrations that, for them, will always carry her spirit. In the courtroom, the strength of Brianna's family shone through as they fought tirelessly for justice. Each legal milestone in the case brought its own challenges, yet the evidence and testimony helped bring Raul Ponrocha to accountability, showing the power of perseverance and community support. The judge and jury members, like so many others touched by the case, saw firsthand the impact of Brianna's life and the determination of those who loved her to see justice served. For her community in Wausau, Brianna's legacy has left a lasting imprint. Local organizations and neighbors have shown their support for her family and have contributed to initiatives that prioritize safety, education, and mental health awareness. Brianna's story became a catalyst for conversations about community responsibility, with an emphasis on watching out for one another and ensuring that young people feel safe and supported. This case remains a reminder of the vulnerability we all share, but it also reveals the remarkable resilience people can find in the face of loss. For those who continue to follow her story, Brianna is remembered not only as a victim of a tragic crime, but as an inspiring figure whose kindness and drive remain a testament to a life well lived, if far too short. As we continue to share stories like Brianna's, we aim to shed light on the beauty and fragility of life. Her story is one of many that demonstrate how deeply our lives intertwine and the profound impact we have on one another. Thank you for joining us, And please subscribe to stay connected to more stories that honor the lives of those we have lost and encourage us to build a future filled with compassion and understanding. Stay tuned for more stories that reflect the complex and at times tragic realities of our world, but that also remind us of the power of love, community, and resilience. Together, we keep these stories alive and draw strength from them as we strive for a world that upholds justice, empathy, and hope. As Brianna's story continues to be shared, her family and community are reminded of the power of unity and remembrance. Her memory endures as a beacon of hope, teaching others about resilience in the face of unimaginable sorrow. Through every scholarship awarded in her name, every vigil held, and every story told, Brianna's legacy becomes a part of others' lives, inspiring them to pursue their goals with the same passion she had. Over the years, Brianna's family has become advocates for victims' rights, working to support others who have experienced similar losses. They actively participate in support groups, share their experiences, and offer comfort to other families who are grieving. Their strength, built from love and loss, has become a lifeline for others navigating similar tragedies. In Wausau, Brianna's impact reaches beyond her immediate circle. Schools and local organizations have integrated programs on safety, mental health, and awareness, encouraging young people to care for each other and recognize the signs of unhealthy behavior in others. Her story has inspired a movement of awareness and vigilance, making it part of the community's collective consciousness. For those who watch these true crime documentaries, Brianna's story is a profound reminder of the unpredictability of life and the importance of holding close to those we love. Each story we share shines a light on people like Brianna, who brought kindness, joy, and ambition to the world. Though her life was cut short, her memory lives on. Act with kindness and support their communities. As this channel continues to honor Brianna and others like her, we remain dedicated to uncovering stories that not only detail tragic events, but also highlight the strength and resilience of those left behind. We hope that these narratives foster empathy, inspire change, and help to build communities where such tragedies are less likely to occur. Through the continued support of viewers and community members, Brianna's story has become more than just a tragic tale. It has evolved into a message of hope, resilience, and collective responsibility. Her family, forever changed by her loss, has dedicated their lives to turning their grief into advocacy. Working tirelessly to make a difference, they speak at local events, participate in awareness campaigns, and collaborate with organizations focused on preventing violent crimes. Their journey is one of healing through action, and they are committed to ensuring that Brianna's memory serves a greater purpose. Every year, her family organizes a remembrance event in Brianna's honor, gathering friends, family, and community members to celebrate her life. They share stories, light candles, and engage in activities that reflect her passions, from cooking to music. These gatherings provide a space for healing, reminding everyone that Brianna's spirit lives on in the love and unity of those she left behind. The impact of Brianna's story extends beyond Wausau, as her case has resonated with viewers and advocates around the world. True crime communities have followed her story not only to understand the tragedy, but to emphasize the importance of safety, empathy, and vigilance. Her legacy has inspired others to support victim assistance programs, to seek education in fields like forensic psychology and criminal justice, and to become more aware of the warning signs that can sometimes precede tragedy. As this channel continues to share stories like Brianna's, it becomes part of a larger mission to honor lives lost and to foster a compassionate community of viewers who care about making a positive difference. These stories are not just for entertainment, They are calls to action, reminders of our shared humanity and opportunities for learning and growth. Thank you for your support, for remembering Brianna, and for helping us to carry on her legacy. By subscribing to this channel, you're not only joining us in exploring untold stories, but also standing with the families and communities affected by loss. Together, we honor their memory, advocate for change, and remind ourselves to live with empathy and kindness. Stay tuned for more stories that reveal the strength of the human spirit and inspire us all to build a safer, more understanding world. As we continue to honor Brianna's legacy, her story reminds us of the profound impact one life can have. In every tribute held, every scholarship awarded, and every act of kindness done in her memory, her spirit endures, touching lives far beyond her small town. Brianna's family has not only found healing through remembrance, but has also built a network of support for others enduring similar losses. Their advocacy extends to working with victim support organizations and participating in initiatives focused on crime prevention. They have helped launch educational programs that bring attention to relationship safety, mental health awareness, and the importance of community vigilance. Brianna's story has sparked real change, becoming a driving force behind initiatives aimed at building safer, stronger communities. The local scholarships in Brianna's name have empowered young students to pursue their passions, especially those interested in the culinary arts, hospitality, and business. These scholarships are a testament to her ambition and dreams, ensuring that other young people have the opportunity to achieve what she was unable to. Each scholarship recipient learns about Brianna's story, honoring her memory by carrying forward her passion and dedication. Beyond the community, Brianna's case has become a significant part of discussions in true crime circles, serving as both a warning and a lesson. Those who follow her story are reminded of the fragility of life and the importance of empathy and vigilance. As her case reaches more people, it emphasizes the need to recognize signs of danger, to protect our loved ones, and to hold close the memories of those who are no longer with us. For her family, every anniversary, every milestone, and every mention of Brianna brings a mix of sorrow and pride. They have chosen to transform their grief into action, creating a legacy that reaches beyond their pain. Brianna's story is now a beacon, illuminating paths for others and reinforcing the values she held dear: kindness, resilience, and determination. Thank you for being a part of this journey, for remembering Brianna, and for helping us to share her story. By subscribing to this channel, you are supporting not only the telling of these powerful stories, but also the families who seek to make a difference through them. Together, we are creating a community that values remembrance, justice, and positive change. Stay tuned for more stories that honor lives, explore the depths of resilience, and remind us all of the importance of compassion and vigilance. Through these stories, we remember those who have been lost and work towards a future that is safer, kinder, and more united.